What's going on, reefers? Blaine here. Today I'm out in Jupiter, Florida, and we're going to be putting in one of our bread and butter systems into a client's home. We're going to be putting in a Reefer S-700 G2 Plus series that I think is going to look amazing in this house. I'm really excited to walk you all through the process of us getting a Red Sea Reefer all set up and running in the same day. Once we arrived on site, the reefer stand was snagged out of the box truck and brought into the home. The stand was pre-built at our shop so we could get the tank in as quickly as possible. The team was able to prep the stand with a majority of electrical work already done, hanging the apex system and setting the wire track. Having this prep work would help make this project as seamless as possible and easy for the team once on site. The next on our list to get inside was all of the equipment, and this tank is going to be fully loaded with all high-end gear. Of course, there is no reef without the tank, and this S-700 is a beaut. We brought in the dry rock and laid out the blankets for the tank's big move. We talked about this process in previous install videos, but the tank move into the home is easily one of the most important parts since we want to make sure we get the tank in safely and also keep the home and all the belongings in mind while moving around these large parts. With all hands on deck, the S-700 was lifted and placed onto the stand so that we could get this tank into its final spot. The team may make this look easy, but these are some heavy systems to be moving around. As you can see, the spot where the tank was to stay was quite tight up against the left-hand side, so maneuvering and getting it into the right place for the stand presented a tight workspace to work with, but nothing we couldn't work through. Next on our list was getting the flooring of the stand set and ready to go so we could start building out down below. These new reefers with Euro bracing are so clean. And just like that, the floors are in. We've got the tank inside the house. It's time to get all the equipment online, get the sand in, and then we can get this thing wet. Before we get to adding in the sand, let's get this reefer all plumbed out. A huge plus with these systems is how simple and easy the plumbing is. With straightforward directions and pre-glued piping, it's a nice and easy task for the team down below. I even recently set up 2 of these reefers myself and noticed just how easy it was to get them plumbed and ready to go for water inside. It's time for sand. Once again, we chose Carib Sea sand for this install, and we are using the reef grade for this specific system. Adding in the clarifying packets along the way, and just like that, we have a nice 1.5 inch layer of sand at the bottom of the reefer. Once this tank gets online, it is going to look sick. The tank is in the house. Now we've got sand in there. It's time to start getting all the wires ran and get everything set and ready to go so that way we can get this tank online. Let's get the sump in now. At 36 gallons, these sumps are really nice to be able to fit in all kinds of accessories you'd want. Alex and Jean slid the sump into place, and after that, the real work was ahead of us. The Reef Octopus 200 INT was prepped, and it was time to start getting wires into tracks. The UV was set as well, and bulbs were put into place, ready to go. Probes for the apex were placed, and things started to come alive under the hood. I have to say though, our team does an outstanding job being able to fit all the gear and things you want underneath your tank stand. This system, like I said earlier, is loaded with all the bells and whistles. We got roller mat, skimmer, apex system, you name it. I have to say though, this thing is really coming together. One thing I'll mention as well is these Red Sea Reefer tanks have kind of a tight stand when it comes to all the equipment, but we're able to get everything inside and get all of the client's wants underneath the stand. I was lucky enough to walk through this house and check it all out. I'll show you guys a little bit of sneak peeks, but this home is absolutely beautiful. But what's gonna be looking really nice is this new tank here we have set up. The next big task on our list of things to do is getting this thing scaped out. We utilize Carib Sea real rock with arches, donuts, and all kinds of different shapes available. To create a more natural scape, the team worked together planning out the perfect rock placement. Piece by piece, the scape started to come alive. The scape is finally coming together. We've got all of the real reef rock inside the tank. We've got some arches, we've got donuts, we've got all the different sizes, and I think the scape is coming out really nice. The crew's done a really good job trying to create a natural looking reef, all at the same time leaving room for corals and leaving room for the fish to act naturally. Utilizing the arches helped make some really cool overhangs and caves that I think will look really nice once the tank is filled up and has lights on. It's nice having a set of other eyes when scaping out a system because then you don't have to constantly step back and take a look for yourself. So this scape was a real team effort. We've got the scape all set and done. We're using real reef rock, so it looks nice and natural. It's got that good purple color to it. I'm really digging the scape and how we've set it up. There's a lot of arches, a lot of donuts, and a lot of areas for the corals to kind of hang out and do their thing. Brackets were in place. Now it was time to get the XR30s online and wired down below and get this tank all lit up. With 3 over this system, the tank will be completely filled with light with no inch uncovered. We're getting water from the truck and the S-700 Reefer is starting to fill up. I will say these tanks are our bread and butter. We definitely can do them within one day, and if you guys are looking to grab your own Red Sea Reefer, head over to our website. With the water starting to flow, this tank began to fill up so we could leak test and get everything dialed in. As the tank got closer to the top, you could start to see the image of the scape and really put it all together in your mind. I will say the scape is looking mighty fine in the S-700, and the team knocked it out of the park with just simply dry rock. As we approached the teeth on the overflow, the team awaited in anticipation to ensure all was well down below. One last thing to do for the stand was to get the doors online. Keeping them off throughout the building process helped give us some more space needed to work around in these tighter areas. With the Fuge light on, I have to say this sump is looking awesome. With these Red Sea tanks, it's important to get them dialed in with the downflow pipe. Getting the right amount of water coming in and returning all at the same time is how we're gonna maintain a silent system in your home. Let's talk about the gear under the stand. There is a lot underneath here. I wanted to mention we added in some pre-cycled media from our farm to help with the microbiome of the system, and you can pick some up yourself off our website. Gear included is a Reef Mat 1200, a Vectra L2, Aqua UV sterilizer, a Regal 200 INT skimmer, a full Apex system, and a Neptune Grow. Now time to sit back and check out this new Red Sea Reefer S-700 fully running. Reefers, we're all done here on installation. The Red Sea Reefer S-700 is in its new home, and I have to say it looks insane. Obviously the house is amazing, and now it's got a really amazing tank to add in with it. I will say our bread and butter is the Red Sea tanks. It's nice to see the team knock it out in just one day and to be able to do it all, get the scape in, get the tank all ready, and have all the equipment online. I had a blast showcasing this with you guys today, going over another install here on the YouTube channel. If you guys have hung out to the end, I want to say thank you so much. Until next time, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future uploads.